Use code AFTV20 for 20% off your order with Fireaway Pizza. Just click the link in the description below or go to fireaway.co.uk now.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. It's now time for the player ratings. Robbie and Lee with me. I'm going to come to you, Lee, to start. David Raya.
6 out of 10. I thought he wasn't that busy, to be fair. You know what I mean? He made a couple of decent saves. I'm still going to say I'm not happy with the cross. But
That's outrageous, you know.
I heard you saying that. The cross came in, he pushed it. He didn't push it back into goal. He pushed it away. It's gone out.
What do you want him to do with it?
Someone's got to deal with it. That's not his fault. Catch that! Oh, come on, Lee. Come on, Lee.
I don't know, but like, knock it away from the gut. You know, we went still in the danger zone.
He did. He knocked it away from the feet. It's gone out.
It was a save he made in the first half.
Knocked in. He's pushed the ball out. Somebody else go and deal with that.
Give him 10 out of 10 then.
No, I'm not giving it. Come on, be serious, right?
6 out of 10. That's what I'm being serious.
6 out of 10 is fair, but I don't think the goal is his fault.
I didn't say that. I said I felt he could do better. That is a difference between saying it is and that.
What should he have done?
Caught it.
No, come on. Be serious.
So 6.
6 is fair. Yeah, he didn't really have much to do. That's the irony of the whole thing, and you know.
He said that. All right, let's go to right back. Ben White.
I'll probably give him a 5. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's really harsh today because, you know what I mean, for the most part of that game, they defended well. I need to, on the goal, did he get out quick enough to stop that cross from coming in? Because it seemed like their player had all the time in the world to whip that ball in. He didn't really get out there quick enough, and they've whipped the ball in, and that's what, you know, that's led to the moment. So I'd say a 5.
5, sir?
No, 6 for me. And I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, I don't think we defended that badly today. You know what I mean? We was let down by one mistake, the category of errors. You can blame Ben White for it. You can blame Martinelli for it. But I didn't think that I felt that defensively, as a unit, we wasn't under constant pressure, and I felt that, you know, he defended okay. You know, we weren't good enough, but 6 out of 10 for me.
That's above okay. That's above average.
No, it ain't. 6 out of 10 is not great. 6 in my book is average.
No, 5's average.
5's average.
5's
average.
Oh, I'm not.
Can he count?
I don't think he's worth a 5. That's my opinion. 6 for me.
All right, cool. Well, 5, I think's fair. Let's go into our centre back pairing. I'll start with you, William Saliba, Lee.
6. Same again. Like, I don't think he was like at his best today. I think I'm going to be really honest with the two centre halves. I think that they've done okay, but Harry Kane takes them into positions that they weren't comfortable with at times.
But I
thought, come on. You know what? Maybe we're being overly harsh with these, because I thought Saliba was excellent today. Right?
He's good.
Harry Kane was non-existent in the game. He was absolutely non-existent. They dealt with him. The problem is, this game, like we all said, it's a small margin game. And there was a big moment where, you know, we haven't stopped the cross from coming in. You're saying maybe Raya should have done with that better. Ben White should have done it better. We'll come to someone else who was a bit at fault with that goal later on. But Saliba and Gabriel, I thought Gabriel, we would get to him. I thought he's a little bit sloppy at times. But I thought Saliba did well. There was one time, even when he was under pressure, did his little turnout and that.
He said excellent, though. So what's that on the rating?
I give him a, listen, we've lost the game, so I give him a 7. I thought he did all right today. What did he do wrong? Harry Kane did nothing in this game today. Lee, you tell me one thing he did. What did he do?
He's right there.
No, I agree with that. Like, I did say that, but I felt that he made us feel a little bit uncomfortable. We wasn't. I don't think they was at their demanding and commanding best. But I think they done okay. As you just quite shot me down for, 6 out of 10 is above average. No, so like that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Individually, he won his battles. I'd give him a 7 out of 10.
And you gone 6.
I'm happy to stick with 6. I don't think it was a bad performance from him. It was an average performance.
Okay,
yeah. I think he was better than that.
I can't gauge between 6 or 7.
He's a 7, man. Definitely.
Okay. I'll give him a 7. Like Robbie's the boss.
Comments, let us know. 6 or 7. Let's go to Gabriel Magalhaes.
6 as well. I think there was a couple of dodgy moments with Gabriel. I'm going to be really honest with you. You know, we're in comfortable control. He won it off of Harry Kane, and then he plays it back for a back pass to Raya. who I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming him for that, and it could have gone in the goal. Just panicked a little. I just felt. I don't know if I just felt at times we panicked a little bit more than we do at normal. I felt we panicked as the centre halves a little bit more in the Europe,
the Champions League quarter-finals.
I
just understand it a little bit.
Yeah, and I just felt there was a little bit more pressure, a little bit more lack of experience at that level. Maybe just made us a little bit jittery. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that it's a bad performance. I'm not saying that they were poor, but I think that at the end of the day, you know, 6 out of 10 is a fair.
I'll probably give him a 6. I find it harsh to give him a 6, even because overall he was good. As I said, you know,
above average though.
You know, I'll probably give him a 6, but you know, he did have a few sloppy moments, but in the game. But overall, again, I thought he defended okay. You know what I mean? We defended it as a whole okay in the game. I felt.
Yeah. Okay. Ben was a 5, Saliba a 7, and Gabriel 6. I think that's fair. Let's go to our left back, who, you know, you guys did your predicted 11 and you got it spot on. You wanted Tomiyasu in, so Tomiyasu.
We did okay. Probably be a 6 for Tomiyasu as well. Listen, he was up against Sane, very difficult guy to deal with. I thought he did okay. You know, I mean, there was a couple of times he did a couple of good recovery tackles. Had a bit of a harder time in the second half. I think that was more tiredness. You know what I mean? Remember one time he went down, we was even thinking he might come off. But he did all right.
Sane did cause us problems.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
He looked threatening at times, Sane.
Yeah, he did. He's always going to look threatening. He's a top player. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I thought, on the whole, you know what I mean, I thought that, you know, he did all right.
Okay. You laughed when he said 6. So
no, I'm agreeing with a 6. I felt at the end of the day, Sane caused us a few problems, but I felt at the end of the day we handled him a little bit better than we did last week, in my opinion.
Much better, yeah.
So, like, you know, and he is a handful. And to be honest, I'm going to say I thought it was quite a good performance for him, considering that was his first game back for a very, very long while.
In a big
game. He lasted. And there were some good things from him. There was, you know, some difficult moments for him. But listen, you're up against quality up there, like, you know. So, you know, there were difficult moments, as you say about Harry Kane. Weren't great today, but he caused a few difficult moments. And Sane, I thought, was their best player from an attacking point of view. I think he really, over the 2 legs, has probably tipped it towards them to win this game, what he done in the home game. And so I felt that Tomiyasu come in, and I thought he done okay. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. You're right. Sane was one of their star players going forward. Another player who caused us problems was Musiala, and up against him was Jorginho today, Lee.
Listen, I thought Jorginho done well today. I thought it was tough in there. There were some good moments from him. I'm going to say it again, like, you know, dare I say it, 6 out of 10 again, like, you know what I mean? So at the end of it, I do think, I was just saying to Liam off camera there, I think we need a younger version of Jorginho, someone that's got a little bit more, you know.
Is that not Partey more athletic and a bit more powerful?
But Partey's fit, but not match fit. It's a little bit different. I know what he's saying. You know, I heard a few of the guys saying that maybe Partey could have come in this game and not. Like we was all thinking about that. I just think that, you know, a little bit more. He needs someone with a little bit more legs around. I thought he done okay in there. It was a tough in that midfield. They've got some good players in there, and you know, when you look at it, I just felt that he was okay in there today.
Okay, again, 6 out of 10.
I think it's an edge to a 7, you know, but I think he did all right. He did all right. I thought he had a good game to me, and you know, showed his experience in the Champions League. He's one of our better players. So yeah, 6.
6. Okay, our captain Martin Odegaard, Robbie.
Martin Odegaard, I mean, it's quite a quiet night, I thought, for Martin Odegaard. I thought in the first half he did very well. Second half, not so much from him, you know what I mean? But in the first half, you know, he was he was creating little bits, you know what I mean? So,
do you think the knee injury affected him when he went to hurt his knee?
He did go down, it was a bit worrying that, but I think a 6 for Odegaard.
I thought it was a 5 today, like, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you why I felt I thought Robbie's dead right. He played well in the first half, but there was the decision making from him that wasn't quite up to scratch today. And I do think that they give him a few little digs, and you know, I don't know what was wrong with that knee injury. I don't think he was at his very, very best tonight. I don't think any of our attacking players were, and I felt on a couple of occasions that he made the wrong options when he was certainly. I remember we nicked the ball, and we was 2 against 1, and it was the wrong decision. And I'm not having a go at him. It just wasn't his night tonight. But I'm never going to knock him for his work rate and everything like that. But I just felt in the final third, when it really, really mattered, his decision making or the final pass just wasn't quite good enough.
It's okay to give ratings like that, guys. I'll be honest, it's a tough game and you have to expect high expectations from these top players. Let's go to Declan Rice, lead judges.
Dare I say it, 5 out of 10 again. I thought that some of his stuff was good, but do you know what I'm worried about him? I think he's not as energetic as he was a few weeks ago. I think he's tiring, he's running on empty, if I'll be honest. I felt again today, he got into some good positions and the final ball just wasn't quite good enough. Yeah. But listen, his industry, his art, work rate and tackling back was very, very good. But I just didn't think, he was quite at it today.
Is it less energy, Robbie, or teams figuring us out?
I didn't think he looked tired at all today. I mean, he had a lot of energy. He got around the pitch. What I didn't think he did as well as he normally does was his passing today. He was a bit sloppy with his passing. Gave the ball away a few times. You know what I mean? So I'll probably give him a 6. You know what I mean? Because he was, helping to snuff out danger and stuff like that as well. I'll probably give him a 6.
6?
Yeah.
A lot of 6s in this. Okay. We'll go with 6. Let's go to a 6.
No, I'm not knocking that.
Okay. Bukayo Saka, and we got reminded about that corner right at the end.
That corner at the end was horrendous. You know what I mean? It was a very lazy, lack bravery, that corner. You know what I mean? It's almost like I don't want to.
Summed up.
I don't want to sort of hit that ball in that maybe goes over the bar and I get cussed, sort of thing. That's what it reminded me of. You know what I mean? It was a poor. He didn't have a very good game, I thought, today. You know what I mean? He was doubled up. He didn't really. There was a couple of times he got away from players, and then what they did is they just chopped him down, right? So there was a couple of times in the second half, but he had a quiet one today, and we needed more from him today. 100%. So 5 for me.
I think that's fair.
5. Do you know, it's the first time for a very, very long time that I've come away from a stadium disappointed with his performance. I didn't think he wasn't. I don't think he really done anything great in the game. I've got to be really honest, So, what did Robbie give him?
5.
I'm reluctant to give a 4 to anybody, but it was a poor performance from him. Am I being harsh by saying 4?
I don't want to speak on it because people think I'm being harsh on Saka of late. But if you said you didn't see much,
I thought their forwards let us down today. I don't think you can criticise their work rate and all that. I'm talking about the quality on the ball, and I felt that we lacked quality with all of them up there today, and that disappoints me to say because everybody knows how much I rate all 3 of them. But at the end of the day, if you're going on that one performance today, I didn't think it was very good. Okay,
well, we'll let the comments decide. 5 or 4 for Bukayo Saka. This one's going to be just as tough. We'll go to the other wing, Martinelli, Robbie.
Yeah, it has to be a 4.
Yeah.
I thought he had a poor game.
I mean,
it's 2 big moments. And listen, as we always say, we love the guy, right? But it's 2 big moments in the game that's turned, unfortunately, on him. First of all, in the first half, you've got to score that chance where it comes back to him. Just put it either side of Neuer, we're 1-0. Could be a completely different game we're talking about right now. He hit straight at the keeper. He's got to do better with that. That was a poor finish. And then in the second half, he's completely lost Kimmich for the goal. They're both down to him, unfortunately. You know what I mean? It's hard. He's a young player. It's hard to blame. You don't want to pin the blame on one player. But unfortunately, those 2 moments have fallen down on him. Yeah. And so it's got to be 3/4. I don't know. Something like that.
Well, we said Saka's a 4, and I think Martinelli has to be lower than that because of those moments.
Oh, look, listen, I'm going to give him a 4, and the reason I'm going to give him a 4 is fine margins. Exactly what Robbie said. He should score that in the first half, and he's let us down with the defending in the second half.
So the same as Saka for you?
There was moments that he done okay. I think listen, he had a moment where he got the chance, which Saka didn't. He got away from his marker and a good little run, and he's got to finish it.
They've had one big chance, they've scored it, they won the game. And I think we had one big chance, we didn't bury it.
Exactly, and I said it at that moment that could have, if that goes in, it could have been a completely different game.
Tight game. Tight game. When you get them tight games, a game like this tonight. I said it before the match. I felt that this could end up going to penalties. Yeah. I knew it was going to be a tight game. It was a tight game, but we didn't take our chance.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know, he's had the chance and it didn't work for him. But there was a couple of moments in the first half I thought he done okay. His work rate was good, but defining moments he was found wanting.
Yeah, 3 or 4, you let us know in the comments below. Let me come to you, Lee, for Kai Havertz today.
4 out of 10 again. I'm going to be really honest. Didn't have the service today.
Yeah.
We didn't play to his strengths. There was a couple of things that he done out, but at times I didn't know he was in the game, and I'm sorry. Like, you know, that's, you know, sometimes you have to make yourself involved in the game. Listen, a striker's only as good as his service. He didn't really get the service today. There was one time I don't know who knocked the crossover. He nearly got on the end of it in the second half. But I felt when he went back into midfield, I actually didn't think he was playing. You know, it just sort of bypassed him.
Yeah, you're right.
So, you know, as I say, I think all three up front today were poor. I'm not saying like you have to give them a bit of credit for that, but at the end of it, you know, I expect a little bit more from him tonight. Yeah. You know, being on home soil as well. Just didn't quite go for him, you know, not good enough tonight.
Yeah, no service, no over the top 3 balls for Havertz, nothing. Really.
Non-existent today, but again, I agree with the 4, but the service to him, service to all the 4 players was very poor today. And why not hit a few balls over the top and ask Havertz to try and run onto it? And when we did hit a ball over the top, he was about 10 yards in front of him. And, you know what I mean? So I feel a bit sorry for the 4 players because they had 0 service today. But yeah, I mean, you can't give them no more than a 4.
Okay, let's run through some of the subs. Let's start with Gabriel Jesus, Robbie.
Yeah, he came on, he tried, but again, no service. 4.
Okay, 4 for Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to say a 4, and I'm going to have to say I know he was offside when he went through. And it was just like the shot, he just smashes it over to the.
I think he knew he was offside.
Well,
I hope so. Hopefully he knew.
But still, you've got to score it, yeah. Or do you hit the target?
Yeah, I like to think so, but you know, it just sums him up at the moment. What it really, really matters, you need to just, even if you just bury it, it might just give them a little bit of, oh, hold on a minute. I just felt he wasn't, you know. I listen, his industry and everything he tried, but you know, maybe come on 10 minutes too late. I don't know, but yeah, 4 out of 10.
Eddie Nketiah.
You can't really have a go at Eddie, like, you know, 4 out of 10. He
didn't have long.
You know what I mean? You know, I feel for him, like, you know what I mean? People are going, oh, moaning in and around her. She's got 4 minutes to come in on a Champions League game and do, come on, like, it threw him under the bus as far as I'm concerned.
4's a bit harsh then, 4 minutes to do something.
Yeah, so he gets a point for a minute he was on, like, you know.
Yeah, I think 4.
4, not 5.
Like,
average.
Well, 5, yeah. He's not had a chance to do anything, you know what I mean? And, you know, so
didn't do anything,
what do you expect the guy to do in that, especially if he don't get the ball?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he didn't even get the ball. I mean, I know you're going to say Trossard, Nick. He didn't get the ball either.
Yeah.
Did Trossard even get the ball?
I remember.
Did anyone even pass the ball to Trossard to even do something?
I think he touched it once, Trossard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's very harsh to get him. I mean, yes, you've been sent on to make an impact, but someone's got to give you the ball to make you make an impact. Yeah. So it'd have to be a 4 for him, but you know, he's not even had a chance to do anything.
Should be NA for those players.
I agree with the 4, and the reason he didn't have nothing to do because he was found wanting, like the other 2 wide players were, because their 2 fullbacks done a job on us and doubled up on us as well, and even Trossard couldn't do it.
So.
Well, they couldn't get it to him, like, you know, service as well, wouldn't it, I suppose. But like, yeah, I just think
that's where annoyed me today. Is like, if you see that and that's not working, do something else. A few balls over the top. Try and, be a bit braver. Try and slip a breaking line ball. No, I didn't see none of that today. It was so predictable.
Yeah. I think someone said in one of the interviews, I didn't think we was brave enough when we had the ball.
What I said, yeah.
You know, was it you, Robbie, that said that? I didn't think we was. I felt we could have been a bit more braver.
Too predictable. Too predictable.
Yeah. Too predictable. Okay, let me go to the referee today, Robbie.
I didn't think the referee. I mean, yeah, he allowed them a bit more than what we. They're at home, innit? There's 75,000 people in there. You're always going to get a few more decisions.
There was a corner. That was definitely a corner.
That corner. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know, 7.
Yeah, no, six as well. Like, and also, you know, do you blame the referee for that Neuer save? The linesman's, you know, assistant referee, I think they call him now. Well, he didn't assist him at all on that, like, you know. So I think as a referee, I didn't think was great. But when he's not being helped by his officials, that are, you know, it was poor. Like, but look, listen. You know, I didn't think he was that bad. And
no, to be fair, he wasn't. He booked one of their manager or coaching staff as well.
He booked someone when I think was it Rice we went through and
he grabbed him.
So at the end of the day, six is fair. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Lee, our manager today, Mikel Arteta, who's going to be questioned, by the way. Online, everyone's going to be saying he looks like we're going to end up with nothing this season. Why is no one talking about Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta? What would you give him for today's performance?
6 out of 10. I'm going to say that now. I'll be really honest about it. He picked the exact team that I said he was going to, so I didn't think that was a problem. I felt in the first half he managed it and we played really well. Yeah. In the second half, like against Aston Villa, something didn't quite happen. And I felt, you know, and this is not a criticism, by the way. This is his first time managing at this level, and I think he was found a little bit wanting. He's got enough players on the bench to change it a little bit more, and I felt that if he was going to change it, maybe change things a little bit earlier. And sometimes in games like that, when it's not do something completely different, off the chart. Yeah. You know, I think Julian made a good point. You know, stick Zinchenko in the midfield, something like different. He'd done nothing different. Like it was like for like substitutions, and it was a little bit like a game of chess, and once they got the goal, you needed to do something out of the box. He didn't, and that will get him criticism. But listen, when people want to criticise him at this moment in time, you know, hold off for that at the moment.
6.
I probably agree with the 6. I think in that second half we would have. Yeah, you're right. We didn't really perform like we did. We performed very well in the first half. I would like to see us have more of a plan B. I think the problem is, do we have the players for a plan B? Yeah, so the subs that he has, they're all the same as the players that we have on the pitch. So you can bring a Trossard on, you can bring a Jesus on, Eddie Nketiah. They're all the same type of players. You haven't got like a big target man you can bring on. You haven't got, you know what I mean? And I think those are some of the things he's going to have to address. But listen, people having a go at him, he's reached the quarterfinals of the Champions League in his first season. I think he's done well to do that, right? You know what I mean? I want all those people who are having a go at him to come and tell me if they thought that Arsenal would win the Champions League this season. If at the start of the season you stood there and said, I think Arsenal will win the Champions League, or we should at least get to the final, you came and tell me that honestly, you honestly believe that he has the team to do that, then you can really go in on him. The man's done all right, man. We've got to the quarterfinals. Hopefully next year we can kick on and get further. There's been teams that have spent billions. PSG, they ain't won a Champions League. They spent a lot of money here. They've not won a Champions League for a while. It's not an easy thing to win. Look how long it took City to get there with Pep. So I think hold off a bit on the criticism. He's got to the quarterfinals. Yes, we've seen a little bit of inexperience from him along the way, but he's got it. But I do believe that if you're going to progress past these rounds, sometimes you need something a little different. Sometimes you need to, when it's a tight game like this, maybe you need to come with something a little else later on. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, it's very difficult to break down these very organised teams.
Yeah, and also, finally, like, you know, before everybody goes mad about Arteta and all that, like, you know, no other English club got further than the quarterfinals.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? You know,
that's a very good point.
Yeah, you know what I mean? City are out as well.
Yeah.
So Manchester United didn't even get out of their group.
Yeah. So people, that's a good point. Hold fire. Yeah. Jeez, please. Fans, to finish up.
Fans were good tonight, you know what I mean? We're all really disappointed, but we turned up here in huge numbers. They've been around, you know, there's loads of people that are over here even without tickets.
Yeah, it was sold out. Remember they said 75,000 sold out today.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? They've got to credit the fans. We've had a bad week. You know what I mean? The game at Villa, the game tonight. Let's hope that, you know, those fans can be rewarded with a victory at the weekend. And we've still got things to play for. If we can go and win that game against Wolves, we're right back in the title race as far as I'm concerned, right? I mean, City are the favourites, but listen, they've lost tonight as well. They've drawn a game. I mean, a draw if they go and draw another game and we win, we're back on top. So listen, we still got a lot to fight for, but if we give the fans today at 8, did well.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to say about going over into all the European games this season, and I'm fed up with it now. It was very, very hard to get an atmosphere going in that ground, right up in the top again. Yeah. And I watch it when they come to the Emirates. They're all down the front and everything like that. It's something we've got to sort that out. If they're not going to put Arsenal fans down below or whatever, stick them up there out of the way as well, because I found that very, very difficult to get the atmosphere today.
I agree. You know that point he's making. I agree with that 100%.
There was no netting today, though.
We've got to look at this at Arsenal. We have to look at this. Why we come to the Allianz, whether you go to Barcelona, any ground you go to in Europe, they always put you way up the top. They try their hardest to remove you as far away from the atmosphere as possible.
And Newcastle.
Right? But then you come to but Newcastle's an anomaly, isn't it, in the Premier League. But every single ground you go to in Europe, and this is a great stadium, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
But we don't get to enjoy it like everybody else because they stick you right up in the top. You go to Barcelona, they stick you right up in the top. You go to every ground, every single ground in Europe. The experience for away fans coming from England is awful because they try and put you away from the atmosphere. But then they come, like Lee says, rock up at the Emirates. You're right down there behind the goal in the corner, lower tier. Why? Why are we looking? We need to do exactly the same and stick them right up as far as possible, right at the top. No, seriously.
I'm with you on that. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. Like today, I think the fans were fantastic, but it's very, very hard to get an atmosphere there. You're looking at the players who are looking up at you miles away. So for me now, next season in this Champions League, Arsenal should go right for the Champions League games. You're going right up there, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it's fair. I think we're getting
a message to Arsenal, please. I want them to look at that. No, and this is no joke. I want them to look at that. Stick them up, all away fans up. Even the little clubs like Lons and that are sticking you up, putting you in a corner behind double netting and stuff like that. If that's the experience when we travel, has to be the same for them when they come to us.
And another thing, you talk about Newcastle. Do it to them as well. Just like for Newcastle fans only, you go up there right hand the gods because you do it to us in that game. And I think we've got to be a little bit now. Sometimes it's just not right. I come to this game today. It's a fantastic atmosphere. Was it? Because you're so far up in the gods, you can't hear what the Bayern Munich fans are singing, and you can't. I don't really.
You're removed.
You're removed from
the atmosphere of the game. You're removed from the game because what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a thing where they've got a superior advantage because they've got their fans all around the stadium behind every single goal in every corner, and you're stuck up in a corner miles away, and that's not acceptable, right? If that's how it is, we do exactly the same to every single team that comes to the Emirates, so they have no advantage in the same way.
All right, Mark, well, that's it. Thank you, lads. I can see you're frustrated by that completely. Let us know in the comments.
Spoils the experience. Everything else about this trip has been brilliant. Yeah. Everything else about all the other European trips has been brilliant, but that's the thing that spoils it on every single game. And the worst one, I know they're renovating their ground, the worst one is Barcelona. If you've ever, I know some of the guys over there, they've been to that. You ever been to Barcelona away? Bro, you may as well stay at home.
At least there wasn't netting today, but you're right. It's a joke. They're up in the corner. That is it for the player ratings. Let us know who you agree with in the comments below. And like the video if you like the video. And we'll see you again soon. It's all now on the league, people. See you again soon.